Hey everybody, it's Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and today we're going to take a look at a game called Grimm, a card game. Grimm, a card game, is from Park and Parade. Plays 2 to 4 players in about 30 minutes, which is probably true, even if you're playing at 4 players. And what you're doing in this game is you are basically bidding. What's the theme say? To accumulate the most victory points through capturing and combining prize cards. That's it. There's no theme really. But you're basically trying to collect cards that are set in like the Grimm Fairy Tale world to earn points for the 7 dwarves, the golds, Hansel and Gretel, and the witches. If you have a prince and a princess, that kind of thing. So you're trying to use some bidding cards that have a value of 0 to 8 to try to outbid your opponents. If there's a tie, it'll move to the next round, and then it'll make that card in that slot more valuable. That's enough talking about it. Let's go to the table. Check it out. All right, so here's a game of Grimm, a card game, all set up for 2 players. Setup's going to look the same for all players. You're just going to have different bidding decks. So to set up, you're going to flip 7 cards face up, and then you're going to put 3 rows behind them, all face down. It's going to be a 4-round game. These are the cards we're going to be bidding on first. These are what's going to come available second, third, and fourth round. Some of these, if there's a tie in bidding, they may slide up to the next round, so on and so forth. But that's the setup. Then you're going to give each player these cards here. You're going to have a 0 to 8 dove, a 1 goose, a 2 frog, a 3 cat and mouse, a 4 cockatiel, a fox, a 6... What is that? I can't read what that says. A 6 heart and a 7 stepsister. All right, that player has the same. Now the way this game works is it's a simultaneous bidding game. So we're going to take a card from our hand, we're going to play it. High card wins the bid. Now there's a few special cards. There's the stepsister. She's a 7, but if you play it with the dove becomes an 8. Right here. If you play 2 geese, if 2 geese are played, it doesn't come into play in a 2-player game, but in a multiplayer game, if 2 geese are played and someone plays the fox counts as 0. And there's also the cat, which will allow you to, if you play the cat, you'll say, hey, I played the cat. You can add another card to it to take the bids up over 8 if you want to. All right, so that's how we're starting. Now, what we're trying to do is we're trying to win these cards here, down in these rows. Each card's going to score a different way. Gold is pretty easy. It's worth 1. If you also have a dragon, it's worth 2. The dwarf, it's going to be the number of cards squared. So if I have 3 dwarfs, 9 points. So that you want to collect all 7 of those if you can. And the dragon is going to make gold worth 4. Or double, it make gold worth 2, and the dragon is worth 4 on its own. So let's go ahead and get started. Oh, and the maiden here, she's going to be 9, and she may be able to be converted to a princess if you have the angel mother. So let's go ahead and start. They're not going to play the cat, so I'm just telling you that right now because the cat's complicated, but I'll play the cat and show you how it works. But they're going to randomly flip a card and just see what happens. I kind of want the maiden because it's a good one. So I'm going to play this one. They'll play this one. And then we will reveal. Dang, of course. All right, so they played the dove. I played the stepsister. The dove is worth 8 if the stepsister's out there. So they win the maiden card. And then this card is discarded for the round. All right. Dang, that stinks. All right. So I'm going to play the goose. They're going to play this, so they'll flip. They play the frog, I play the goose. They win it with a 2. This is not going well. This is exactly how it went when I played the game by myself. Or last weekend with a bunch of people. All right, dragon. I want the dragon. So I'm going to play this. They're going to play this. I play the same thing. It's a tie. When it's a tie, it slides up and it will go into the auction with that card in the next round. Okay. Then we'll go to the dwarf. I'll play this one. They're going to flip. They'll play that. They play the fox. I play the cockatiel, they win the dwarf. This is not going well. Okay, gold, I'm gonna play this. They'll play this. They win the gold. Man, I'm terrible. Just playing against a random opponent, I'm terrible. Dwarf. I'll play this. They're gonna play this. They still beat me. I didn't get a single card. Gold. All that they have left is, I don't remember. But I'll play the dove. I think they have the sister. Nope, they already played the sister. So they beat me with the goose. Okay, so that's the end of round one. At the end of round one, you take all your cards back. Unless you played the cat. The cat's out of the game. It's a one-time use. So let me shuffle these so they don't come out the same order. They're not going to use the cat still, just because I'll show you the actual cat. Okay, so there's theirs. I get all mine back. Then we're going to flip these. We'll slide them down so we can see a little bit better. This one has a dragon and a dwarf. Prince is worth 0. If he's with a princess, he's worth 12. There's 2 princes. Gretel, worth 3. If you have the witch, you want to have Hansel and Gretel, because the witch by herself is worth negative 13. All right, then we'll bid again. So I'm going to go ahead and bid this here. They'll play this. I play this, so they win the gold. Man, they're crushing me. All right, and then Gretel. I'll play this. They'll play this. All right, so we tie. Gretel slides back to this row. We're doing a dwarf and a dragon. I'll play this. They're gonna play this. They win again. Okay, then we got gold. I'll play this one. Hey, I'm gonna win a card. I get the gold card finally. I won a card. 1 point, yay, compared to their pile of points. All right, then we get the prince. I'll play this. They will play that. Dang it, every time. They get the prince. That's an 8 because I played the stepsister. Okay, and then dwarf. I'll play this. They'll play that. They win the dwarf. And then the prince. I'll play that. They'll play that. So they win that with a frog. All right. Now, let me show you how the cat works. So in the next round, we'll just go ahead and show you. So we'll say this is the next round. Okay. All right, so they have a Gretel. They might, but either way. So we start the bidding. I bid, I get this card. Then we bid again, and I'm going to play my cat. So the way the cat works is I would play my cat down like this. They'll go ahead and play whatever their top card is. And then I will also add my, I'll say, hey, I played a cat. So I'll reveal my cat. Then I'll also add my stepsister for a total of 10. Then they'll flip their card. They played a 5. So I would use this to win these cards. But then my cat is out of the game forever, and I no longer have it to use, but they still have theirs. And that's how the cat works. And you're going to keep playing until all the cards are gone. Then you're going to count up your points. Whoever has the most points is the winner. I'm not going to go over all these cards. There's a few cards we didn't see, like the Witch, Rumpelstiltskin, the Angel Mother, but they say what they do on the cards. It's not a big deal. So yeah, that's how you play Grimm, a card game. Let's go to the top, see what they think about it. All right, well, that was Grimm, a card game. So I played this at a board gaming meetup that we had a couple weeks back, and I loved it. It's a simple little game. I'd never heard of it, and I wanted to play something that I'd never heard of. So we busted this out. We played 2 games. The first time I played, I got 10 points. The second time I played, I got 4 points, so I got worse. What you saw in the overview is how I actually play this game. So even playing against a random opponent, I can't seem to figure out what's going on and how to play it. But you're trying to get more cards. You're trying to collect the most cards to score the most points. You want to watch out to make sure you don't get the witch without Hansel and Gretel because she's negative points. But outside of that, get what you can get. You want to watch when to use your cat because it's a one-time thing. Then it's out of the game. Outside of that, card comes up, pick a card, reveal the card, highest number wins the card. Collecting sets. This is just all it is. Auction set collection game, but I love it. The art is pretty neat. It's by, who is it by? Arthur Rackham, Game Theory. Yeah, Arthur Rackham does the art. And it's kind of busy on the card. I don't know how well you can see it, but that's the gold. Here's Gretel. Here's Hansel. So hot right now, Hansel. Just looks really nice. I like everything about this game. It's just cards. The cards are really nice quality. I think they're linen finished. Let's see. Yep, they have a linen finish. The box. This is how big the box is because it's just cards. I like it. I found this brand new on BGG for like $10 and well worth it. So I'm going to give this a BGG accepted seal. I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10 on BGG, which is a 4 out of 5 wrenches on an arbitrary wrench scale that means absolutely nothing. But we like to give it the games that we enjoy, and that's what I'm going to do. So that is Grimm, a card game from Park and Parade. I'm Jason with the Board Game Mechanics. And as always, keep gaming.